Really excited to have her here again, new face for our show. She has been telling stories for quite some time now, and after tonight, you can see her again at QED on July 19th at Trav SD's new variety show. You can hear her on an upcoming episode of Eric Vedder's podcast, and we're really excited to have her here. Please welcome Jennifer Glick.
Thank you. Oh. I look like a news anchor. Oh my God. Just, okay. Hey. It is 1981. I am 16 years old. I am driving a car. I am driving my dad's red Plymouth Volare. I am living in Greensboro, North Carolina. I am driving my car to the Carolina Circle Mall to be in a haunted house for my drama club. The reason I live in Greensboro, North Carolina is because my dad moved my family there in 1980 to open a bagel business. It's funny because it's true. My dad, he invested 20 years of his pension at the Xerox Corporation because he knew corporate America was going to fail him and the family. He sold my mother on it. He sold me and my brother on it. We moved down south. I work for him. I close on weekday afternoons and I work on Saturday and Sunday morning. He's this guy that previous to this endeavor, I saw him occasionally on Saturday morning because he made us pancakes, and now he's my boss, and I see him asleep on the couch at 7 because he's got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to make the damn bagels. While I'm driving this car, I am wearing a magenta costume, not the color, the character in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, as portrayed by Patricia Quinn in the film and Daphne Rubin Vega on Broadway. It's the sheer organza maid's outfit. I'm wearing a black slip underneath it, and I feel sexy as hell, even though I am wearing pantyhose, the most unsexual garment ever created. And if you disagree with me, you're a skanky perv. I am listening to my Pretenders cassette. Chrissy Hind is telling me I'm special. It's true. I cannot wait to get to this haunted house and terrify small children. I cannot wait because I finally found something that's starting to make a little sense here. I mean, I came from Rochester. I lived sort of in a suburb that was dirtbag adjacent. And now I'm living in this town that's more sort of performance of Southern gentility adjacent, and I never quite got there, but I found Drama Club, and I feel like I found someplace I really belong, and I'm sure everybody in this room can understand that. And I'm so very excited about what I'm gonna do next, and I realize at this moment I've got to lean over and flip my cassette so I can listen to the rest of the album because we didn't have playlists then. We had to work for the things that we loved. So I lean over, press the button, and boom, my steering wheel hits me in the chest. I am thrown back against the red vinyl bench seat. My car hits the car in front of it, which hits the car in front of it. Time stops. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I check, am I bleeding? Did the dress tear? No broken glass. Okay. I am not dead, but I'm gonna wish I was. Because then the cops show up, and they come over to me and they ask me for my home phone number. And I give it to them, knowing that they're going to use some sort of technical 1981 wizardry to call my dad. And that's going to be the end of it for me. I am in so much fucking trouble. My real life, as I've discovered, is not going to end. My social life will, and that matters so much more to me. They're never going to let me out of the house again. I wait some moments. Dad shows up. We're real quiet as we watch the Volare get towed away. It's totaled. The frame's bent. I get in the car. I am quiet on the way home. I'm wondering what a monastic life will be like. We get out of the car, we get in the house, and my dad turns to me and says, "Hey, kid, you all right? Want a drink?" Don't go clutching your pearls, Lorraine. All right, it's 1981. I have been drinking Shabbat wine since I was 11. I had a bat mitzvah. In the eyes of my faith, I'm a man, so I'm gonna drink like one. And I say to him, "No, Dad, but there's this party I want to go to." Because I am 16 and I'm rather single-minded and like, I gotta get this out before he changes his mind. And to my surprise, he takes me. And I'll be honest with you right up front, the reason why he asked me for a drink is because he wanted one. With Jewish parents, that's how it works. With my mother, it was, "I'm cold, you should put on a sweater." I'm not making it up. So I get back in the car, I direct him, he drives me, drops me off. I walk into this party, and it's hosted by a woman named Nicole, who's a friend of my friend Lisa. And I walk into the living room, and there's someone who I guess is Nicole, is sitting there, so Gone with the Wind fabulous, wearing this dress that Scarlett would have worn to 12 Oaks for that barbecue, surrounded by bows, and on the coffee table is 2-liter grocery store generic soda and some grocery store potato chips, and I'm like, nope, that's not gonna cut it. I make a beeline to the fridge. Peer, what? Oh, behind the skim milk is a natural light. That's not gonna do it either. I've cheated death. I deserve Michelob, for fuck's sake. Bush, something. And I look out the window and I see that there's a circle of people on the driveway. And I see there's my friend Lisa, there's her boyfriend Kurt, there's Kurt's main henchman Steve, and they're passing a joint around. Aha! Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could smoke some weed, and maybe then all of it, somebody will look attractive, and I might want to make out with them. Who knows? Sky's the limit, friends. And I get out there and I weasel my way into the circle, and it comes to me, and it's like fucking nothing. Like a roach with nothing. And at that moment, Kurt decided to hold court because it's his fucking weed. That's how that works. What's the difference between pussy and parsley? Nobody eats parsley. Well, I do on Passover if it's salt water, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So, like, okay, I did not get what I wanted out of this. Walk back into the house, fridge, poof, gone, no natural light for me. The way Jewish holidays are described, they tried to eat it, they tried to kill us. It didn't happen, let's eat. I am trying real hard here to have a good time. I am not getting what I want. Nothing's gonna get any better. I need to go the fuck home. I am not calling my dad to come get me. He's gotta be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not gonna fucking happen. I look again outside the window, the circle's dissipated. I see Kurt sort of on the side of the house. I walk outside, I approach him, I realize, oh, he's pissing on a shrub. Well, Jennifer, usually I like to do this by myself, but if you're into it, can you please give me a ride home? Nah, man, I gotta take Lisa, but Steve, talk to Steve, he could do it. And I find Steve, I ask him, he says yes, it's great. We get into his dad's Cutlass 88. It's quiet. Why, if I think about what has happened to me, I will just go crazy. I'll think about it tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. Using my inside my head voice. And we get to my house. Steve parks the car on the curb next to my driveway, and all of a sudden, Steve gets bold. Steve starts doing this. And any of you well-endowed gals know, that's not what they're doing. That's not what they want. Not even close, because then Steve does this. And he starts yakking at me. Feels good, right? You like it, right? Okay. Under ordinary circumstances, some boy is paying attention to me. I'd do anything he wanted just to get more attention. Ordinary circumstances have left the building. Steve, you motherfucker, if you rip this dress, I'm putting your head through the windshield. And if my dad comes out and catches you feeling me up, the rest of you's gonna follow. Again, I used my inside my head voice. I just unbuckled my seatbelt, opened my door, walked out, slammed it behind me. I didn't even look back, walk into the house, found my dad at the kitchen table, like I knew he would be. And I said to him, "Hey, Dad, I think I'll have that drink now." And he found that hearty burgundy that we always like to use to to bring the Sabbath Queen. And Ernest and Julio Gallo have not made anything that has ever tasted that good since. Thank you. Yeah.